Hey guys, this episode is brought to you by GFY Productions.
Oh,
That's kind of loud.
yeah, it is. You guys notice anything different? We do.
We totally did.
So loud. We'll manage. Hey, everybody.
Hey guys, welcome back.
Welcome to another episode of Best of Five
A
featuring
very-
G
sorry.
and Chris.
Yeah,
Very
I was
special
interrupting
episode,
you.
actually.
Very special. Yeah, let's get that.
Yeah, thanks for interrupting me, you dick.
Yeah.
If you can tell, obviously this is a very different location from what we were doing it beforehand, and that's only because from two things. One, we still don't have an office, and two,
It's St. Patrick's Day, motherfreckers.
I guess as of this recording, it'll
come
be St. Patrick's Day so,
tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're bad at predicting the future of when these episodes are actually coming out.
Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm doing after this, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But thank you guys again for tuning in. We are recording from Brix Brew and Tap.
Yep.
Our favorite brewery in Colorado.
Because for us, it's Brix Week this week. So if you didn't see the live stream last night, make sure to definitely check it out. It was a live stream for their St. Patrick's show.
It was so good, wasn't it?
It was fantastic with G, the Stubby G's, and the Stubby Shillelaghs.
I can't believe I got naked.
Wow. And now you have to do that. I know.
Nope, not going to happen.
But yeah, and if you're watching this on Wednesday, right before St. Patrick's Day, Best of Five is hosting trivia tonight.
It's true.
So what would
Make
that be,
sure
the
you guys come in.
16th? I'm bad at dates,
He's
too.
bad at dates.
And then G is playing a show at Brix on Friday as well.
It is Brix Week for us, you guys. We'll be here quite a bit. And honestly, we don't mind. It is a wonderful place. Not only do they have wonderful beer, they have a great staff. And you have cool logos, actually. So this is our newest beer that just came out. It's called Cool Boomer. You guys probably can't see it, but that's all good.
That's okay. Insert graphic here.
Insert graphic for sure. But yeah, so let's get this started, yeah?
Yeah, let's kick it off.
Let's do it.
Round one.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Subject number one.
what do we got?
For
What do we
the,
got, Jay?
the Brix
The Brix Brewery
show.
It's not live. It's
Not
recorded.
yet. One day it will be. First subject is Jackie Chan.
Oh my God. Okay, cool.
Dude, I love Jackie Chan.
Everybody loves Jackie Chan.
Even Jackie Chan loves Jackie Chan.
Yeah. So have you ever seen that interview where Jackie Chan's like, you know what? Sometimes I just want to be Jackie Chan and not Jackie Chan.
I wonder. Sorry, this might be a really naive question, but is that his actual name?
I am assuming. I don't know if he has a stage name or not. I have no idea.
I have to look that up, but
Yeah.
dude is a legend, man.
Yeah, 100% legend. Like going back way back in the day to early like Chinese cinema, like kung fu movies that came out, doing his own stunts, having his own stunt crew.
What's your
Fantastic.
And it's crazy because I think
Legend.
his stunt crew also worked on Shang-Chi, right?
Yeah, so it was one of the people who was the lead stunt coordinator on that movie worked with Jackie Chan and his stunt crew.
Do you think that you'd be able, like, there'd be, because there
all
really
of his
isn't
stunt crew are legends now.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But there's really no like actors that like just specifically do like Jackie Chan stunts now, right?
I don't know
Like
if
Tom
there
Cruise
are
is
or
probably
not.
the last one.
Yeah, maybe Tom Cruise, maybe Keanu Reeves, maybe. I don't know if he
Wow.
does his own stunts or not. All I know is the Batman, Robert Pattinson, did most of the motorcycle driving. So that's
cool.
That's kind of Jackie Channing, as
I
much
mean-
as the insurance companies let him, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it's funny. It's like, do we deny insurance to Jackie Chan?
Yeah, right.
Absolutely, you'd have to, right?
Yeah.
No, but it's crazy because I look at growing up, we used to watch a lot of his movies before Rush Hour.
Yeah.
Because I always say the Rush Hour franchise, or at least the first two, are my favorite Jackie Chan movies of all time.
I would say they're pretty good. I really enjoyed Shanghai Noon as one of my favorite Jackie Chan movies.
Yeah.
But Rush Hour is also really good. I was also a child when those came out, so.
Very true. But then,
And-
so did you watch any of his stuff like before those?
Oh, yeah. Well, like, so a little unknown fact. I don't even know if you know this, G. One of my favorite movie genres is foreign kung fu movies.
I did not know that
I
about
watch
you.
them all the time. My Netflix recommendations is all over the place. It's fantastic.
So does that mean
yeah, I've seen like
Drunken
Master.
Drunken
Yeah.
Master is a good one. What's the one where he's like sliding down like it's a glass glass
Oh
skyscraper?
yeah.
Who am I? Is that what it's called?
Maybe. See, and there's so many movies I can't remember all of them. I watch too many movies in general.
You know, the one thing I appreciate about Jackie Chan more than anything is his work ethic.
Mm-hmm.
Because not only is he like a badass kung fu motherfucker, and he fought Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris. I think not just Bruce Lee. Guys, ask
I'm
about
pretty
Bruce
sure
Lee.
he fought Chuck Norris at some point.
Maybe. I mean, everyone fought Chuck Norris in the 80s.
Yeah, for real.
But the one thing I enjoyed about it the most is not only is his work ethic of just like doing his own stunts, even at like the age that he was into his last movie.
Mm-hmm. Have you seen The Foreigner?
No.
Dude, it's fantastic.
Is that the one where there's like that suicide bomber?
Yeah, and he's like trying to
Liam
solve
Neeson
the
it?
murder. Yeah, pretty much. It's a badass movie.
But the fact that he actually like made it an effort to learn English.
Yeah.
Like,
To
I know
come
that sounds
like,
stupid,
to America, and yeah, it's wild.
Because what's that one where there's a movie, I think it might be Rush Hour 3, where he comes out and he's just like,
There's a third one?
yeah.
I had no
Apparently
idea.
they're working on a fourth one, but
Oh, gross.
he comes out and he's just like, cheese. And they're like, it's freeze. He's like, what?
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah,
I didn't
and-
know that. That's funny.
And he's such a good dude. And he can sing, dude.
I'll take that one loosely. I've heard his records. They're not very good.
Yeah, they're also probably like in a
It's
different
like
style
Jackie
of music.
Chan. Well, Jackie Chan is kind of like the Beatles because he's so famous. He can put out shit music and people will buy it, and he's famous for it.
I mean, he sounded great in Be a Man in Mandarin. Or
I
Milan.
I don't think that sounded good at all.
Hey, I think it sounded good because it's Jackie Chan, baby.
Sure, man.
What's wrong with Jackie?
Nothing.
Exactly.
Well, his
He's
singing
perfect.
Okay.
Even his singing, even if it's not as great as mine. Jesus, that was really bad.
That was really bad.
I didn't like that.
That was really bad.
Any movies that like are so underrated by him? Kung Fu Panda.
Is he in that movie?
Yeah.
Oh, he plays the monkey, huh?
Yeah.
Or is it a monkey?
Yeah, it's a monkey.
I forgot about that.
Seth Rogen plays a praying mantis.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just so many like.
Shanghai
Old-
Noon's actually, I watched that one the other day. And my
Yeah,
favorite.
Shanghai Noon is like pretty funny.
Well, I think-
it's like one of the first like movies I saw Jackie Chan in was definitely that movie.
Well, maybe you can agree or disagree with this one, but wouldn't you say that it depends on who he's casted with as well, like for the comedy
his,
aspect
like,
of
partner?
thing?
Yeah.
Because when he was with Owen Wilson,
That was pretty good.
like when he's like John Wayne, that's a terrible
Yeah, he's
cowboy
like,
name.
what's your name? Sean Wynn? John Wayne.
That's a terrible cowboy name.
That was pretty good. I like that. I like that joke a lot.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously, granted, he's had like some really stupid ones as well, but we'll let him slide. So is Keanu,
Yeah. That's
So is
very
Nicky
true.
Cage.
That's very true.
and we have actually.
Nick Cage has never had a bad movie in his life.
Oh, absolutely, he has.
They've all been good movies.
I'm actually looking forward to that one. What's that? The Nicolas Cage movie starring Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, starring Nicolas Cage. Yeah, I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What's your favorite stunt that Jackie Chan has done?
So just like in the movies in general, like there's this one where he falls through a bunch of awnings, I believe, and they did that for real. Like they felt like he's falling like outside of an apartment or
yeah.
like a store building, and he rips through like 3 awnings, and the whole thing was
The
that-
last one flipped him and almost.
yeah, the last one didn't rip, and he like bounced off of it and fucking landed on like the pavement.
Yeah, almost like
hard on the pavement.
almost like severed his spine, right?
Yeah, and I don't even know if that was him, but that was part of his stunt team. So I don't remember who did that stunt, but that was
No,
part of his stunt
I think
team.
it was him because there's
Yeah.
also the one where he jumps on he jumps off of it's like they're like in a mall
Uh-huh.
and he jumps on like these like rope
Bamboo.
lights
Oh, yeah.
and he like shatters like at the very end. He got severely hurt from that one too. I think he broke his neck on that one. Dude, that's crazy. I can't.
Yeah, it's wild.
I stubbed my toe and I'm like, I'm not walking for the rest of the day.
I'm done with life. I'm good.
I'm just gonna
I'm not doing anything.
I'm taking 3 weeks off.
Yeah, and it's just like how his fighting style. So like he was comedic from the beginning,
poetic.
Yeah, it's like, Bruce Lee, he's like he punches high and strong. I punch low and dumb. And
Yeah.
it's just like his physical comedy is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I really like him, and actually, the Shanghai Knights actually has some of the best fight scenes in my opinion because they're a combination
see
of like
that.
really good kung fu and then just like really good like
Yeah, I
comedy, right?
I just like how like Jackie Chan uses his entire environment to his advantage in all his fight scenes. Like in Shanghai Noon, where he like uses his hair and like whips it around and like does all that kind of fun stuff with it, or when he like picks up a chair or an umbrella or a ladder,
Yeah.
and just starts fighting with it. I think all those are fantastic.
Jackie Chan is a shit, you guys. And if okay, so before we leave, what's like this next generation's like Jackie Chan?
I don't think we have one yet,
Isn't that crazy?
unless they're still in Asia somewhere, which they could be.
Yeah, and honestly, Asian cinema is fucking legit right now, man.
Yeah,
they
it's
did some
really
really
good.
cool stuff. But yeah, shout out to Jackie Chan.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he's well. Speaking of which, have you seen like not Bruce Lee, Jet Li recently?
I have not.
Well, that's time. But Jet Li like looks like he aged like 40 years in like 10.
That sucks.
It's unreal. Yeah, you have to look it up for sure. But let us know what you guys think of Mr. Jackie Chan.
Mr. Chan.
Mr. What do they call him?
Jackie Chan.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, you have to do that.
Leave me alone. I don't want no trouble. Leave me
Moving on.
alone.
Moving on.
Round 2.
All right.
All right. This might be one Tommy wants to chime in on.
Hey, Tommy. We'll get
Whoa.
Tommy on the episode one of these days.
Well, it's the opposite of Jackie Chan. It's spoiled sports players. Spoiled sports players.
That's a good one. That's a really good one. I'm going to start off right now with Russell Westbrook. I'm just kidding. That's the terrible timing. I actually feel bad for the dude right now.
Well, this is going to be mostly you because I don't really watch sports.
So I'll just talk about Westbrook real quick. I'm not a big fan of Westbrook. I've always thought he's a phenomenal player that doesn't play for the team. But anyways, that's another point. Apparently, he's like sick and tired of people calling him Westbrook, and like his
I don't even watch basketball, and I know it's Westbrook.
Yeah, but they call him Westbrick.
Okay.
Because he's not making his shots recently.
Oh, so it's derogatory.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and so he's just like, that's like, you're like messing with my name and you're like messing with my legacy, which I totally agree with. But
I think he's messing with his own legacy if he's breaking.
It's also one of those things, man, where like if you're loud out there, you're gonna get a loud response back.
Yeah, for real.
But anyways, that's Westbrook. I mean, that sucks.
At least he didn't make Space Jam 2.
Oh God, for sure. That is probably the most spoiled athlete ever. LeBron James. Oh man, I'm gonna make some people mad on this one.
Oh boy.
LeBron James is a phenomenal player, and I will never disagree with that. He is a Hall of Famer. He will be considered one of the greats, and I get that. But the problem is that he's more worried about, I think, the status than he is about the game sometimes. Because sometimes he'll show up and be like, I'm gonna take over. But there's a reason why LA is the way it is right now.
I can see that.
And the biggest thing I have against him is that he has the NBA like in the palm of his hands.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Like when this is also like very biased. I'm a huge Nuggets fan, but when they played the Nuggets 2 years ago in the bubble, like apparently he wasn't getting enough foul calls, so we actually like complained to the NBA and the Lakers did too.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And the next game, it was like you
Fouls
look at him
all the
wrong,
time.
you
Yeah.
get a foul. I'm just like, come on, you guys. Like,
yeah, he complained that he didn't. Was it? Yeah, he said it was against the Nuggets, right?
Yeah.
That he didn't get called enough for getting fouled, and then the next game was just fouls.
And I think it was like the only game we won from that series too. It was so
wild,
stupid, but
wild.
and that's what sucks is like greatness is a thing for sure, but for me, like however graceful you are about it, that's when I'm kind of like, all right, it's stupid. Floyd Mayweather, I'm not a big fan of him as well. I think he's extremely spoiled.
Yeah.
He single-handedly probably ruined boxing.
I don't know if he ruined boxing or made it to what it is today.
Didn't he-
So I'm not saying it's ruined, but he definitely turned boxing into what it is today. But that's an objective opinion,
It's more hype and less actual
or a
boxing.
subjective opinion that it's ruined.
Well,
But
'cause
he's
it's-
definitely responsible for new age boxing right now.
Yeah, I mean, because didn't he fight one of the Paul brothers?
I mean, he
Or
kind
he
of did.
sparred him or whatever,
Yeah,
and he
he
made
kind
like
of did.
he made like $14 million or something stupid.
Allegedly,
like that.
he hasn't paid the Paul brother yet, so
Good.
he's getting sued. And he's like, they call him Money Floyd, but I guess he's broke as fuck or something. I don't remember. I don't really follow the Mayweather or Paul brother, so I don't.
Well, I guess.
I don't really know.
Okay,
what's going
so
on.
what's the difference between?
The Paul brothers, I have no idea.
Yeah, no, they're both douches, but no, but just like that idea of. Oh man, I had it and I forgot what it was. Anyways, yeah, I think Mayweather's is one of those like spoiled boxers or
Yeah, I could see
excuse me,
that.
athletes.
Yeah, I could see that for sure.
Should I dare say it? No, I won't say it.
Do it.
I was gonna say I was gonna say the women's soccer team,
Okay.
but and not even for the pay aspect of it, but they just
They
don't know.
complain a lot.
they're very. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
like,
also hard because like I love
being some of the best like national athletes in your country have a little bit more humility in my opinion, because I do think they complain a lot about just random things, especially when they lost to Canada.
Yeah, and
Then
mind
they
you,
started complaining.
We're not talking
complaining
about like social issues because
we're not talking about.
agree
We're
with a
talking
lot
about
of those.
their sports.
But the sports etiquette
And when
of
they
it.
lost in the World Cup against Canada, and they started yelling at Canada like, "Oh, why would you not give us a chance? Why would you would they keep the ball on their side and not push or something when they were up by a goal?"
Oh man,
And it's because they wanted to win. What are you talking about?
I mean, yeah.
Why would they give you any chance to get
Weren't
the ball?
they also I mean, I'm also a U.S. fan, so man, granted, I can talk, good and bad about my teams because
Yeah.
I'm that way for sure. But
I just kind of listen to some things.
They played a smaller team in the World Cup and beat them 8-1 or 8-2, and everyone's like, dude, what the fuck? And they're just like, we're competitive. I'm just like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, and then
But,
that's just wild to me.
this one you might not get this one, but Cristiano Ronaldo
Uh-huh.
is probably one of the most spoiled athletes in the world.
Okay.
Deservingly so.
Okay.
He's done some cool shit, and he's a United guy for sure. But I mean, how often does he go and look at the ref when he's
I don't
is
know.
looking for a
Was
penalty
that a
or
rhetorical question or a question you're answering? Because I have no idea.
I think it's more for the audience
think-
members who actually watch soccer.
Okay, I've watched one United game, and that was with you and Troy. I'm pretty sure.
That's fun. Yeah, I mean, and I think he's gotten a lot better. I mean, he's with United right now, but I think if there's a player that impacts your game, but just by coming into it, if he's a great player, absolutely. But he really messed with the dynamic of United. And it's showing still right now. I'm not saying it's his fault entirely, but if it's like if you consider yourself the greatest and you start like demanding that respect with a team that maybe doesn't necessarily need you there,
Yeah.
it's kind of like, all right. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
John Elway. I think this is not even spoiled.
Yeah,
No, he is spoiled. He's a spoiled
just-
athlete.
I don't think he's spoiled. I think he's just arrogant.
Bruh, he was
Yeah.
manager of the fucking Broncos for how long? For
Director of football operations.
That's fair, yeah. And I'm gonna get a lot of grief for this one too. Yeah, you guys definitely won a Super Bowl. Don't get me wrong.
Dude, so
That's
we,
awesome.
we
That's
have
cool.
a mutual friend who has a very good John Elway story. But he was working as a bartender once, and sorry I'm taking your story, but it's a good story to tell. But
You're talking sports for once?
yeah, right. So he was a bartender, and John Elway came in, and he was just like, "Oh, I'm order around for the bar." So he's like, "Okay, for sure." And like, there was only like 8 to 10 people there, whatever. Got those drinks, and then gave John Elway his bill, and he's like, "What is this? I didn't order 10 drinks." I'm like, or he's like, "You just ordered around for the bar. Like, what are you talking about? You didn't order these drinks. Like, I double checked with you." And he's like, "Well, I'm not paying this." So then he went to the manager, and then the manager comped the entire bill, and then John Elway just left.
That's so annoying, dude.
And didn't like tip him at all. And he's like, "Thanks, John Elway. I was a fan, but never meet your heroes."
There's actually a lot. I think there's a lot of Bronco fans that are kind of like, thanks for the
he's
Super
an
Bowls, man.
asshole.
But
he's
you're
an
a
asshole
dick.
for sure. There's no way around that. That dude is an asshole.
Dude, that's insane, man. I didn't know that. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's arrogant. And honestly, he did some cool stuff in the NFL. But again, it's like,
Did he though?
I guess
he's probably one of the worst best quarterbacks of all time.
no, that's Tony Romo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. One of, not the worst.
No, but yeah,
Yeah.
that belongs to Tony.
And then one of the best worst quarterbacks is like Dan Marino, who's a fantastic quarterback that didn't do anything.
He just never won anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
That
man.
sucks. Yeah, I mean, and I guess with this subject, we kind of just talked about probably players that we just don't like.
I mean,
But there was like some valid like reasoning when it comes
I didn't
down
even
to
talk
like getting
about
those
any baseball players.
because no one cares about baseball. And also,
Wow.
not only I mean, yeah, because there's still a lockout.
Time. Shut the
is
fuck
up.
up. Time. Nope, you're
But
rude
also,
to me. You're
I
rude
think
to me.
I think with baseball, I think it's more about the team than it is like everyone hates the Astros.
Yeah. Well, it's not even that. Like everyone loves the Rockies, but they hate the management. So
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know. Baseball's weird. Their alliances are very.
Would you say that
Random.
Arenado was spoiled?
No, I don't think so. I think Arenado got what he deserved for being one of the best third basemen in the entire MLB.
What, get moved to the Cardinals?
Yeah, because they'd pay him.
It's true.
Yeah. I mean, if you're the best in a sport, then why not get paid to be the best? If you're good at something, never do it for free, G.
Ain't that the truth? Moving on.
Moving on.
Round 3.
Thank you guys again for tuning in. We hope it sounds good in here.
Yeah. I mean, we'll find out in post.
It tastes good in here. I'll tell you that much. Cheers.
Cool Boomer. If you guys haven't had this yet, it's a pecan. What is it? Maple pecan? Yeah, maple pecan brown ale.
Also, let's talk about
Fantastic.
real quick. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Old Rando's still in here.
Yeah, old Rando.
He'll be the continuity for as long as we can.
No matter, yeah, he's already breaking apart. So I don't know if we have to like coat him in epoxy resin or something, or
Just dip him.
duct tape him, something. But we'll take care of him, even if it's like somehow just like maybe his head at the end of the day. We'll have him somewhere.
That sounds terrible. Old Rando, we will try to take care of you better. Okay. Round number 3
We're trying. He's just old, man.
is movies no one ever asked for, or movies no one asked for.
Yeah.
So we're talking about like when you look at like a trailer release and you're like,
Who decided to
huh?
make this movie?
Like why? That's stupid.
So I think my biggest example is Matrix 4. Nobody wanted Matrix 4 except for Warner Brothers. Not even like the Wachowskis, not any of the actors in the movie. Nobody wanted that movie. And they made it, and look what happened. It's a giant pile of dog shit.
I kind of feel like there might also be something to do with the pandemic that we feel that way too. Because there's a lot of movies that came out last year,
But
just
it's
kind of like,
just not
why?
a good movie.
No, I
It's
know.
literally just
no,
not a good movie.
I'm agreeing with you wholeheartedly because there's also like Space Jam 2.
Yeah, Space Jam 2 is definitely on there, which I refuse to watch.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
I refuse to watch the original Space Jam again because it looks bad.
Black Widow movie.
Yeah, I think
Like we asked for it, but then we just got over it.
If we did that, not we, but if they came out with that movie chronologically when it was supposed to come out, which
Would've
in
been sick.
between Civil War
And Infinity and all that stuff.
yeah, so if it came out after Civil War, I think it would have been perfect. But it came out way later than it should have, and it like tried to tie in to Civil War, and no one gives a fuck about Civil War anymore. It's like we literally watched you die
I think
Like we have no connection to this character anymore. Oh, spoilers if you haven't seen Endgame.
it's like, wait, she survives this movie?
Yeah, and then I was like, what the fuck? Yeah,
That's so stupid. Also, I think, my thing is just like it felt like it was just more of like a forced thing in the sense of we need to have a female like hero, which I agree.
yeah,
But it
yeah.
just that idea just came too late instead of just like
Well, so kind of a fun. It's not really a fun fact. It's actually a really sad fact. A lot of the reason that like movie companies don't want to make female-driven superhero movies had a lot to do with Elektra and the Catwoman.
yeah, that's fair.
Because they were terrible movies and they performed absolutely awful. And big studios were like, see, this is why we can't have these kind of movies. I'm like, yeah, but they were just bad movies. Like, you have fantastic actresses right now in the MCU that could head their own movie easily because they're good actors and they also have the writing power behind the MCU.
Yeah.
It's not just like a shit comic book movie that like DC is just shitting out because let's be real, DC movies kind of suck.
Okay, so this might not be correct, but what about something as simple as was it the Fast series?
Like Fast and the Furious?
Yeah. Because like obviously they keep on making it because people want to watch
Yeah.
them, but honestly,
I mean,
like,
I think they're like a dirty pleasure movie where people watch it just to kind of shut their brain
are
off.
you literally putting that in the category like Sharknado?
Yeah, I think it's definitely one of those too.
Damn.
Still Sharknado is stupid. But
I've never
people
seen
watch it
one,
because they're
but-
so stupid.
Yeah.
And I think they're embracing this stupidness of the Fast and Furious series now because people are like, what are they going to do? Go to space? And they're like, hold my beer. And they went to fucking space in a car. I don't know how, but they did.
One that I always forget is the Emoji Movie.
Oh, yeah, starring...
T.J. Miller?
Yeah, T.J. Miller.
Did you ever watch it?
Why, dude, I respect myself enough.
I haven't seen
Not
it
a
either.
lot, but enough.
That's-
Yeah, that just looks terrible.
What's Sony Animation just trying to keep up with Pixar? Which,
yeah. Oh my
um,
god, the idea of it is so stupid. And I get it. It's literally to get little kids to go watch movies, which is a shitty tactic because there's so many good kids movies that are actual legit cinema.
Yeah.
Like all the shit that like Disney's putting out, like Encanto, Coco, like all those movies fucking slapped, dude.
I haven't seen Encanto yet.
It's really good.
I think I was just kind of like, I just want to watch a movie that it has like our heritage or like the culture that kind of surrounds, and because it's Colombian, so it's not really necessarily my culture, but you know we can relate. I just want something that doesn't have music in it.
That's not a Disney movie though.
I know that's what sucks.
Or
is like,
I guess Disney animated movie. They all have that in it.
yeah, and then so my thing was just kind of like, I just want to like have a good like.
Yeah, because I'm not a super huge fan of musicals, but I do like musicals to an extent.
Cats.
Oh, I don't even know what to say about that.
Like how does this happen? Honestly, how does it happen when you like have like who's giving you these ideas and who's agreeing to like greenlighting any of these ideas? To be like, dude, guess what? We should make another Indiana Jones movie because Harrison Ford is like 80 and he can still do stuff.
You want to know a fun story about cats? Jason Derulo kept getting yelled at when he was wearing his little green screen suit because his dick was too big. He was getting dick shamed.
Oh man, good for him.
They're like, hey, so we have to fix what's going on because you're creating a shadow and it's messing with the CG cat. I'm like, cats have dicks. Just give the cat a dick. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Cats have dicks. Just make sure he's neutered though.
Yeah.
No balls, you know. Just
Yeah.
just straight
But
cat
yeah,
wiener.
like all just kind of going on like Disney, like all of the live action remakes, like Lion King, like nobody wanted that,
Nobody wanted it, but then they put the cast out, and you're like, all right,
and then it was not good. It was not a good movie.
I agree, 100%. It was terrible.
Yeah, and then like like Beauty and the Beast was probably one of the better remakes, but then Aladdin wasn't good.
Jungle Book ruined all of that,
Yeah,
though.
yeah, Jungle Book wasn't good.
Damn you, Jon Favreau. Book of Boba Fett. I know it's not a movie, but no one asked for it.
Yeah, no one asked for Book of Boba Fett. The score sounds amazing though.
Yeah, Jorgen.
I'm pretty sure they just made that to have like another season of Mandalorian without having another season of Mandalorian.
Yeah, they had like the Mandalorian. Do you know what it was? It seems like they had the Mandalorian like beginnings of it, and then the pandemic happened. No, because the Mandalorian came out during the pandemic, huh?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I don't know. Either way,
So I'm pretty sure they're turning the Mandalorian into like a buddy action movie. So now it's going to be Boba and Mandalorian,
I just don't like Boba Fett.
like bounty fetting around or whatever.
Any of the Avatar movies coming up, I'm kind of like over.
Yeah, I mean, if it came out less than 30 years later.
I think there should be a rule. It's like if the movie has been out for more than 10 years, leave it alone. Anchorman, Zoolander,
all those like
Rush Hour 4, if that's actually a thing.
I'm not excited for that. I don't remember Rush Hour 3, so
Jurassic World Dominion.
So the last Jurassic World 1 was good. I
Yeah,
liked it.
the
Jurassic
second one
World 2
ruined
was
it.
stupid because it brought in, again, spoilers, sorry, but it brought in like the little daughter's cloned or something, and that's how he's like brought up his cloning, whatever. And it was all based in like a mansion.
Yeah, that was so stupid.
Yeah, I was like, okay, this is dumb. We're here for giant dinosaurs, not a raptor chasing little kids around a fucking house.
And you know what
My
sucks?
cat does that to my daughter. I don't need to see that shit in a movie.
What's sad is that it's gonna. I'm semi excited for the third one, but I know I'm gonna be disappointed.
Oh, 100%. As long as they go back to a jungle or something, I'd be okay with it. And it's not in a house.
They're doing another Transformers movie too.
That is time, sir.
Oh, that's time. Well, yeah, I guess we're only doing another Transformer movie.
Transformers is my Fast and the Furious.
Men in Black 3 and Men in Black International should never come out either. So
Yeah,
but-
I liked Men in Black. Oh, I didn't like it. I thought Men in Black 3 was fine, and Men in Black International was also fine.
I'm just like, again, 10
It wasn't
years.
good. It was fine.
I do have a 10-year rule. Is there any movie, and sorry, we totally didn't talk about this, but is there any movie that has come out 10 years later and you're like, oh, that was dope?
Oh, that movie slaps. No.
I heard Bill and Ted's was actually kind of okay.
It was actually, I'm the one who told you that, so
That's right,
take
yeah.
that with a grain of salt. It was actually okay. Like, my daughter, strangely enough, loves Bill and Ted. So when the new one came out, she was like, yeah, okay.
Hey, Heather,
But it has like a really good...
is there any movies that no one asked for? What's one? No, because we're already going to move on to the next subject. She's thinking, you guys. Aquaman, that's such
Ooh,
a
that's a
dope
good one. That's a good one.
Let
That's
us
a
know
good one.
what other ones you guys have, because there's plenty. Moving on.
Moving on.
Round 4.
All right, Chris, what's the fourth
Alrighty, G.
subject of this
The fourth subject
third
is
episode of season? No, third episode. Third episode. Again,
Can I talk now?
we will be doing hosting trivia at Brix Brew and Tap tonight.
If you're watching this on Wednesday,
It's true.
16th.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Prost.
Can I? That's the wrong one.
Yeah, that's
I think they say shalom.
cheers. It's funny. We actually have an audience for once. It's kind of awkward.
Yeah, this is kind of awkward.
Shout out to Heather. Deuces. All right, what's the next
Can
subject?
I talk now? Am I allowed to talk now?
I don't mean to interrupt you, but
The next subject is longest habit, good or bad. Longest habit.
longest habit.
I mean, it's coming up to 11 years now. I've been drinking beer. Maybe maybe 12.
Is that a good or bad habit?
I don't know. It's a habit though.
Oh god, let's not think about that because I agree with that. I think, yeah, drinking is probably bad. Playing music is that a habit or a hobby?
I think that's a hobby, but like a habit would be like what you do with that music. So like I've been practicing. Like I have a habit of practicing.
I have a habit of actually not practicing as
Well,
much
there
as
you
I
go.
should.
That's a bad habit.
That is a bad habit. I'm trying to change that.
I
though.
have the opposite.
Habits are interesting. We'll talk about our philosophy on habits, but right now let's just talk about the habits we have. I'm a huge fidgeter.
Yeah, you fidget a lot. I'm surprised you don't have anything in your hand right now.
Yeah, I think there's just too much around me right now.
That's fair.
But then not only that, I'm also a huge sloucher. I love to slouch.
Mm-hmm. That's why
I'm actually not slouching right now, though.
Yeah, when in our old studio and even in some of our other videos filmed in our temporary setup, I look taller than G. That's because we're both sitting super close to the camera, and I actually sit up straight.
Yeah, but like right now, like if it's high, like I'll definitely.
Yeah,
I need some
because-
back support, man. That's what I need.
There's no back support on this.
Yeah, there is.
Your back fits in that?
Yeah, look.
My back doesn't fit in that.
Let's see. I don't really have. Do you have like any morning routine habits?
Brushing my teeth.
That's a good one.
Doing a fat bump of cocaine.
Whoa. Thanks for the invite.
I mean, no, probably just brushing my teeth. I have a bad habit of falling asleep.
After
But
your
at
alarm
night,
goes off.
no, at night I have a bad habit of falling asleep because I'm like watching YouTube or TV or whatever, and then not brushing my teeth, and then waking up to go pee at like whatever 3 a.m. and then brushing my teeth. Then
Shout out to my people who snooze the alarm more than once.
I thought you were talking to someone specifically.
No, just in general.
Well,
'cause that's what I do.
that's definitely G. I've known G for almost a decade now, and I
Yeah.
think he's been on time probably a total
Twice.
of 5. Yeah, 5 times total.
I'll also say twice. You're being generous with that. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. No, yeah, snoozing. Like honestly, like I have a hard time waking up. That's like probably my worst habit.
Mm-hmm. I'm definitely not a morning person, but because I've had to be a morning person, I became a morning person.
Yeah.
Like
but
I can get like even in my elder age of almost 33 now, I can wake up after like 6 hours of sleep and feel fine.
I'm trying to think what other habits I have. Wearing my watch. This is probably the longest accessory I've ever had.
Yeah.
I don't like wearing stuff on my hands or neck or things like that. So
Yeah, I used to have a necklace, but then I realized my neck is just too massive, and I kept breaking them by like flexing it out. It's weird. That's a weird.
That's
flex.
a weird. That's a
It's a weird
flex. Yeah.
But yeah, because I remember like we were at band practice one time. We're just in the backyard throwing the football around, and random fact about me, I know how to long snap.
What does that mean?
Like in football,
Like
to the punter. Yeah, I know how to long snap.
Oh, we should have worked on that because you'd be making a lot of money and have a.
Well,
continuity.
I'm not big enough.
You don't need to be big enough to be a long snapper.
Dude, you have to be lineman size, bud. I'm like 3 feet too short
Let's
and
get
like
you there, man.
60 pounds too light.
What was it? It was Guillermo
anyway.
Guillermo from Jimmy Kimmel was like, I think Kobe Bryant was asking like, what position do you play? He's like, oh, I play center, and he's like, no, you look more like a point guard. He's like, oh, I play with Mexicans. Which I'm like, yeah, I'd be a center in a Mexican league for the most part. Well, probably, not, but
but
they'll find
yeah,
taller people.
so I was like just snapping, and I like went to like hike it because they're just like, how far can you snap? I'm like, I don't know, let's go. So I like flexed my shoulders together and just like went like that and like just flexed my neck, and my whole necklace just like shattered, just exploded off my neck. It was like an anime. It's pretty
Gross.
sick.
What other habits do I have? Oh, I know a very long habit that has to do with music. I put picks in my mouth and I keep them in
Oh,
there.
it's fucking gross. It's not even that you put picks in your mouth. You put everything in your mouth. You're like a fucking infant child, dude. You see it, you put it in your mouth.
No, but specifically picks. Picks and pens.
Yeah, I was like, you put everything in your mouth. I mean, you do picks a lot, but like, yeah, like every fucking pen at the office had a chew mark on the end. And I'm like, yo, take your nasty chew pens and
true.
keep them to yourself. Stop chewing on new fucking pens, you nasty ass motherfucker.
Dude, I don't know what that caused. Like what the cause
Anxiety.
of it is. Is it really?
Yeah,
Like,
it's
like
anxiety causes like fidgeting and all that kind of stuff.
yeah, because I'm like a fidgeter. I'm like a knee, thing, and like a knee jerker.
We'll
Is that what it
get
is?
you a cube.
No, just give me a pen and I'll be happy.
Yeah. So I don't really do it. I'm not doing it right now, but like when I'm sleeping, like my legs are always moving, or like my foot. I guess I literally just started doing it as I talked about it.
Have your sleeping habits always been the same?
No. So I used to go to sleep at like 4 in the morning, but I also didn't get off of work until like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. And then I got home, played video games, woke up at like 1 o'clock and went to work at 5 or something like
Yeah,
that.
man.
But then, yeah, now I go to work in the morning and then I go to bed. I want to go to bed by like 11 or midnight at the latest.
And mine's always like I try to do the same thing, and it turns into like 3 or 4 in the morning.
Yeah, I
Well, that's
definitely don't do that.
Well, that's the thing about habits, man, is that it's so hard to, for one, to break them, but two, to also make one happen. And so,
See, now I'm moving. I'm twitching my foot.
as I
Just
told you
talking
about it, I'm
this.
actually,
now
yeah, see,
I'm
like, I'm
fucking
like, I'm
twitching.
fidgety with my fingers, but popping my knuckles is always another one too.
Oh,
but,
if I have a pen, I definitely like click it all the time.
but yeah, but I mean, the thing is like, I think we're at that age, and you can disagree with me if you'd
Disagree.
like, but we're at that age right now where we're trying to figure out what habits we can improve and what habits we need to get rid of.
Yeah.
Especially with us like opening this company, it's been very.
Shout out GFY.
Yeah, shout out to GFY. Bam, bam. It's also been one of those things where it's just kind of like, all right, what do we need to do to make sure that this is consistent or just keep consistency going? But also what habits we need to get rid of, like playing video games till 4 in the morning, or
I never did that.
yeah, like I'm trying to watch less TV and like read more.
Yeah, I'm too dyslexic to read, so I don't read.
But the problem is like, I think when we look at goals, sometimes we just look at them as short term instead of like a long term thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think when you have goals, especially for like losing weight, that's got to be a lifestyle change and not just a monetary like 70-day
Because
or
I think
3
it's
month
like
thing.
you have to do it consistently for, was it like 60 days or something to like turn it into a habit?
Like a lifestyle habit.
Yeah, like a lifestyle habit.
Yeah, I mean, what are some habits you want to get rid of in the next year?
None, man. I'm fucking perfect.
I want to drink less. I want to be able to work out more.
But I've already started drinking less, and that was out of habit.
I think mine was just kind of like, because I mean, granted, compared to like 3 or 4 years ago, I absolutely drink a lot less. But
it's kind of weird, like when someone sees you like contextually, like one night, and they're like, "Wow, you like drank like 7 beers." I'm like, "Oh, you should have saw me like 3 years ago."
I would drink 8.
There would have been like 7 beers and 3 more beers and 4 shots.
Yeah. Habits are fun. Habits are awful, but make sure that you try to focus on, God damn it, Tommy, on the good ones. And that's time because Tommy's over here making faces. I love it. Let us know which habits you guys have the longest and which ones you want to break as well. Make sure you guys look it up on our social media, which is Instagram and Facebook as of now.
Mm-hmm.
We might eventually get a TikTok. I feel like we're going to be forced to.
She's going to make a TikTok eventually. I think her skits would be bangers, dude.
No, we're getting old when we're complaining about TikTok. But yeah, let us know you guys' habits.
I'm not complaining. You're complaining. So don't say that we shit, bro. Keep that we shit to
and
yourself.
let us know. Moving on. Final subject.
Final round.
The final subject, which Chris does. Chris. I just said Chris.
Yeah,
Trying to say your name right there all 3 times. Chris.
Yeah, it's fine.
The final subject is why Machete fucks so hard. And by
'Cause
Machete,
he does,
we
bud.
mean Danny Trejo.
He does, bud.
Dude.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he started Pinche Tacos.
No, it's called Trejo's Tacos.
I'm pretty sure he also started Pinche Tacos.
We can check. We can go check. We
fucking
can
Googling
ask him right now.
Yeah, call him. He's like your cousin, right?
Danny Trejo is an American actor. Hey, they're going the wrong way. Great. Neat. Oh, it's a cop. That's why.
Of course it's a cop.
So Danny Trejo is an American actor, well, a Mexican American actor, I guess I should put it that way, who actually was in prison for most of his life up until I think he was like in his early 20s. I might be wrong about that, but from there he decided to kind of go into acting, and not even because he wanted to, just because he was training people, and they're like, "Hey, bro, you look like you can fit our part," and he'll be like inmate number 1 or something. I actually listened to a podcast of him last week. And apparently, it came down to one time he went to like a solidarity, like what is it, confinement or whatever, for like starting a riot in the prison. And he like prayed to God. He's like, "Hey man, like if you get me out of this and you give me just another day, like I will thank you.
was right.
I will thank you every day, and I will change my ways to make sure that I'm being a better person."
Mm-hmm.
And so he survived prison. He finally got out, and he's talking about this moment where he like first day out of prison, he's just like, "How do I become a better person?"
Mm-hmm.
And the first thing he saw was this lady like struggling with like her like some bag or something big heavy, and he goes up to her, and she just yells like, "Don't rob me, Danny!" Like, 'cause that was like the habit and the lifestyle that he was living, and he's like, "Shut up, old lady!" And just grabs whatever she's carrying and like like puts it where she needs it. He's like, and that's when I realized like what I needed to do to be like a good person is just help people.
Yeah.
And this dude like looks scary, but he's such a good dude.
He definitely
man.
looks scary. He definitely and like he didn't get famous till later in his life, much like Samuel L. Jackson.
You know what's crazy?
And
about
I think
it
there's
too?
a lot of parallels between Samuel L. Jackson and Danny Trejo.
You know what movie got him super famous?
Spy Kids.
Yes. He was
Him and Robert Rodriguez are like homies now.
Yeah. And honestly, like, it's funny because he was talking about how he's like, I've been called machete in like 16 different languages from all these kids who recognize me. He's like, and they're not afraid of me. And I'm just kind of like, man, that's really cool. His story's phenomenal. But I think what I like about him the most is that he's just like chill. He's just like, yeah, man, like just do what you got to do,
Yeah.
and
see, like what I like about him is like he probably turns down work, but he just like he's like, yeah, man, I'll take what I want to do. So he just does all of these movies, whether the movie themselves are good or bad. If he has fun with it, he's gonna do that movie.
And I'm sure you guys haven't realized how often he comes out in movies.
Yeah, like
or shows.
He just came out in this like horror movie. I think it's called like La Rona or something. It's like some Mexico like river demon witch
Llorona.
lady. Yeah. That. Sorry, I literally have never read the word. I only heard it.
Wow, you did you did the double L in English. I've never heard that before.
That's what I'm saying. I've never
dope.
read the word, but
That's dope.
Anyway, but so he came out in this new movie, and like the movie is absolute garbage, and he's literally like one of the saviors of the movie. Spoiler. I mean, you're not gonna watch this movie. It's stupid. But
he's
like
in a lot of shit.
He's in like the end up savior in this movie, and he's like not even in this movie at all. It's wild.
Did you know he's in the SpongeBob movie that came out last year or 2 years ago?
I don't watch SpongeBob, so
Neither do. Yeah, he's also in Triple X.
I did know that.
Machete, obviously Machete kills. All the Spy Kid movies.
He's in
Badass. He's the main character in Badass. From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yep.
Con Air.
Yep.
Dora the Explorer. I feel like
that makes sense.
If there's any movies that have like any Hispanic or Mexicans in
Yeah,
it,
if it's like any like Hispanic related movie, I'm pretty sure he's just like, I'm down to do that.
Blood In and Blood Out. I didn't know he was in that one.
Yeah.
I also never finished that movie because I can't stand the acting.
That's fair.
He's in Halloween.
Sure.
Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Mm-hmm. I really only watch like bad scary movies.
Dude,
so I don't know about
there's
that
a movie
one.
called Machete Kills in Space.
Yeah, I don't know if that actually is real. That was a joke movie that came out. Yeah, no, that was a joke movie that came out in that double feature that Tarantino and
What the fuck? Hold on. Just keep on talking. Let me just show you what we're just looking at right now. Shout out to the Pink Raptor.
Pink Raptor. Yeah, so it was like a joke trailer that came out after Machete, the first one or the second one, or it was a joke trailer that came out during that Robert Rodriguez and Tarantino double feature with, I forgot what they were called.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was
the one that we're gonna actually watch.
Joke. Yeah, it was a joke movie or joke trailer. One of those. I didn't know it was an actual movie. I don't think it is.
He's also in Boba Fett, which I was super excited to see him in that.
Yeah, he just shows up as the Rancor trainer.
I think that's actually how we decided to talk about him, right?
I think that is. Yeah, we're just like, holy
that was really
shit,
good.
That's Danny Trejo.
I don't know. He's in The Flash, King of the Hill.
Yeah, he's like one of the main character's girlfriend's dads or something in The Flash. It's really random.
Breaking Brad he's in that one too.
Breaking Brad?
Yeah.
That's damn right that's not a real movie.
Sorry, Breaking Bad, my bad.
Okay.
TV show.
Oh yeah, he was the turtle or the tortoise. What they call? How do you say that in Spanish? Torta?
Tortuga?
Yeah, Tortuga. That's his name.
Sons of
That's
Anarchy?
the name of the movie.
Damn, this guy's in everything.
Yeah. I told you, man, he does a lot of shit.
Well,
He's very like Samuel L. Jackson-ish.
He is the Mexican Samuel L. Jackson and Nick Cage to me.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because anytime I see him, I'm just like, yeah, my boy Danny Trejo's in there. That's fucking sick.
I literally only watch I only watched that. How do you say that word that I just forgot already?
Llorona?
Llorona.
Llorona.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Like
I only
Corona, but with a yo.
Yeah. I only watched that movie because he was in that movie.
Yeah. I wondered if he hasn't like any like. We should have a Danny Trejo fest, dude.
Sure.
And then what we'll do is we'll watch the movie until he comes out, and if he never comes out again,
Like if he gets killed in the movie or
like
something.
the next one.
Yeah. We skip through all the scenes until it has Danny Trejo in it again.
Also, fun fact: Danny Trejo, I think, as of now, is only the second Mexican to be in Star Wars.
No, yeah.
I think so. I might be wrong about that, but
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's Diego Luna as Cassian, which is super sick, and then you have Danny Trejo is. I fucking love that guy. And honestly, like he looks like a mean man, but he's probably the kind of soul.
I'm literally trying to think, but I don't remember.
Especially going through some shit and being able to overcome that. Like that to me is the most inspirational thing about Danny is that, it's so easy to just kind of revert back to just being that like bad person and those bad habits, mind you, kind of, and to just being like, no, I want to be better.
That was a nice connection there, G.
That wasn't even on purpose either. But shout out to Danny Trejo. He's fucking dope.
Well, and that's time, sir.
Yeah. Let us know if we miss any good Danny Trejo movies.
I mean, there's a lot, so we probably did. And we purposely didn't even talk about Spy Kids because I think we were a little too old when that movie came out, so we didn't really watch it.
Yeah, no, totally. Never seen it like more than 5 times. Anyways, that's our show. Make sure you guys give us a follow on Facebook and Instagram if you haven't. If you're listening to us on Spotify, all those streaming platforms that I can't think of right now, make sure you do that as well. We are actually trying to look also at how we can get our videos onto Spotify. So if you're missing the videos and you don't want to go to YouTube, we might find a way to do it to put it on Spotify.
Looking into stuff.
Yeah, if you're on YouTube,
like, comment, and subscribe.
That's right.
Oh, and tickle the bell.
Tickle it.
And then what was I saying last week? Something about sloppers? Before
I forget, shout out to our boy Falk for this wonderful UNC bear. I'm not sure if it's still on sale. Hey, Heather, is the bear still on sale? Or did someone buy it already? The Falk bear.
The Falk bear.
Still for sale. If you guys inquire, come into Brix and come talk to Heather. She's a Falk's new financer of
business manager now.
That's what it is. Transaction manager. So yeah, make sure you guys follow through. Also, we will be having a DVD extras here from Brix as well. So make sure you guys tune in. That is it for today. See you guys on Friday. See you guys tonight. Happy St. Patrick's Day. And Hail Hydra.
Whoa.
Oh shit. Bye.
Bye.